Alright, so here's the tier list with the new evolved Dr. Gerald, and they did buff him a little bit, but we'll get to that when I rank him. So, just starting off, D class, don't bring, obviously. Nine-tailed Fox and Iris in D tier. I'm not really going to explain any of these ones. And then Sight Guard, UIU, and Fire Eater. And then I'll start explaining now. Then we're going to have evolved Sight Guard in B tier, because he gets mimetic detection very late, and he's just not amazing. He used to be really good, but not crazy today. And then we have Spectre. I was debating on putting him a little higher than that, and evolved Sight Guard, but they just don't have a ton of damage mid to late game, so yeah. And then Mole Rat, he's just literally a starter tower kind of. And then evolved Iris, so expensive, not a lot of worth. And then evolved D class, pretty obvious why. And Dr. Gerald, unevolved because he just takes so long to spawn cars, but he's good for True Red Lake, so there's that. And then CI Turncoat, worst support, Village Duster, unevolved. Doesn't have that much damage, a really good starter tower though. And then moving on to A tier, we got evolved Nine-tailed Fox that can chain attacks with other enemies and deals a ton of damage against shields and stuff, so it's just all around really good and deals a lot of damage and has a high placement limit. And then Winter Wonderland, it has piercing, it has slow, it has freezing, and it has weaken. What else do you want? And then there's Wanderer, really cheap, good for early to mid game, not bad late game with the laser beam and the lightning and the slowing poison. And then evolved See No Evil, he's kind of situational, but he does gain damage for every like special class. Well, I think it's like Shadow, Mimetic, or something else, and that, but like not that good to be honest. And then we have Abel, honestly really good. I might put him above Evolved See No Evil, but probably not. Just gets a lot of damage over time and is immune to stunning, and I don't think he's immune to killing. Maybe he is, I don't remember last time I checked. And then 343, really good AoE and damage and stuns, and can teleport them back. Just does a bunch of stuff. Blood Hunter, really good for Wanderer's Library, and can make enemies explode when they die, so that's pretty good. And then Samsara, pretty good melee tower. Where is he? There he is. But not a ton of damage, and he costs quite a bit. And then we have Hammer Down unevolved. Really good for True Red Lake and Wanderer's Library, to be honest, but doesn't have like, I'm mostly just putting this low because the evolution is better, you know what I mean? And then we have Jaeger Bomber, really good for stunning, also good in Wanderer's Library. That's about it. And he has AoE and decent damage against takes. Moving on to S tier support, we have MC&D Agent. Oh wait, oh no, S damage next, my bad. Okay, so O5 Council, just really good for mid to late game. He's kind of expensive, but yeah, he does summon things that deal damage, so you know, it's just a way better Dr. Gerald. And then we have Scarlet Shaman. He weakens, he summons, he insta-kills, he deals a bunch of damage. He's just overall really good, and he has some AoE sometimes. It's difficult to explain. And then Achilles Heel, he deals a bunch of damage all in one tower, so you don't have to buy multiple. He's really good for early to mid game. He's also decent in late game, but usually other towers are better damage than him, so. And then Clockwork Apostate, he really, I feel like they could make him a little better. I feel like he's kind of underwhelming, because yeah, he gains damage over time, but he still doesn't deal a huge amount of damage at the end, and his arm move isn't really like amazing. And then we have Witch Child, can like trap enemies, which basically is just stunning them, which can help with bosses and stuff like that. And then we have, and she also deals really good damage with high like DPS, so yeah, there's that. And then we have Valkyrie, really good in Church. I am gonna make a Church solo video eventually, but I don't know when. I know it's been a while, but I can still make it. And then we have Red Right Hand, just a bunch of damage. I can have a kill streak that makes it deal even more damage. He was really OP when you could place infinite, but he's still really good now. And then moving on to S support, we got MC&D Agent, can get money and deal damage. I honestly was tempted to put him in damage since he's kind of mainly used for damage, but he does get really good money early to mid game. And then we have Professor, just can give one tower or multiple towers insane DPS increase, so yeah. And evolved Village Duster, gets money while dealing pretty good damage. I'm just not realizing I didn't put like half these towers in something yet. Hold on. Maz Hatter is gonna go in probably like A tier somewhere. I'd say like tied with Wanderer maybe. It's definitely better than Evolved See No Evil, at least in my opinion. Because even though Evolved See No Evil does give weaken, maybe I will put it below. There we go, I think that's pretty fair. He's like the second best early game tower in my opinion. It's very up for debate, but still. And then, what else have I forgot to put in? Oh yeah, See No Evil, pretty trash. We'll just put him like there, I guess. Maybe above. No, I think that's fine. Okay, moving on. S support, we just finished that, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay, S damage. No, never mind. Brain. And these don't have an order. I just put them in there. So yeah, Innocent Engineer. I do think this one is maybe the best tower in the game. Probably. He's just like not that expensive, and he gives so much damage, and he can stun and just have this one power up that makes him so much faster and deal more damage. And he summons turrets. Like, come on now. And then we have Tickle Monster for obvious reasons, just a bunch of damage and range support. And then we have Savage Beast, just cooldown and cost reduction, and can make them attack so much faster with his arm move. And then GOC Executor. In my opinion, better than Evolved Hammerdown. Like, I used to think Evolved Hammerdown was better prior to this tier list video, but as I did a CK along with Anderson Engineer and all the towers I'm putting in here, besides, you know, obviously Hammerdown and Dr. Gerald, you actually can put the same amount of Hammerdowns as GOCs by the time the round ends if you have max Anderson Engineers in ZK. So at that point, GOC is just straight up better than Hammerdown, but Hammerdown's still gonna be in Bring because I mean it's the second or third highest DPS tower in the game. Maybe not DPS, but just, you know, damage. So we got Conf Machine, also Bring. It's just a lot more convenient than Evolved Village Jester. Can be used in literally anything. And then Evolved Fire Eater, easily the best starter tower in the game, or at least your early game tower. I guess I shouldn't say starter tower, but it's also good for mid game with its weaken and stuff. And then finally, Evolved Dr. Gerald. Oops, where was this guy? He was here. Okay, Evolved Dr. Gerald is gonna go in lower mid A tier, probably like above 343. I'm gonna move some of these down real quick. There we go. I think that's pretty good. They buffed his like overall AoE damage kind of ish. So now with cars, when they speed up, they can just like completely go through all the enemies, but it still deals the damage that the car has, if that makes sense. And obviously the burn trail. He is kind of specific to his map though, because the burn trail only goes one direction, and that's the direction which the car gets sped up. So it's very situational, but I think he'll be an A tier for now. Definitely not a tower you need, but whatever. He's not expensive. He's not that expensive anyways. But obviously you want Anderson Engineer and Tickle Monster and all these gem ones up here. So I think that's it. Tell me your opinions in the comments about this tier list, and thank you for watching and have a good day.